Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey. Hey everybody. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey y'all. Oh, he said it's 4 a.m. in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I can't wait to get into it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from South Africa, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. Child, now it's 4 a.m. Okay, let's get into it if we don't get into it, honey. Let me speak to y'all. Listen, I think some people were confused and thinking this was a members only live. No, it's not a members only live. It's a just a regular live, but you can only comment if you're a subscriber. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to make sure that there were no trolls in the chat. So that's why I did that. So I mean, if the numbers are what the numbers are, then the numbers are what the numbers are, child. I just feel like this is a really like serious thing and I don't want no foolishness. Okay. So before we get started, y'all please be creative in the chat. Don't put any cuss words. You know, we don't be cussing over here and whatnot. But you know, when you get into a heated situation, some stuff might slip out. So let's just keep it cute so we don't have no issues. Okay. Because last time I did a live, which was Married at First Sight, I had to end up removing the entire live because it was demonetized and it was a whole fool. Okay. And y'all notice how I'm feeding my baby. Okay. So we're going to have to keep it cute. Anyway, let me speak to y'all. Hey, Britannia. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Black Rose. Hey, Keisha Hooks. Andre. Child, let me go on down. Hey, Agnes. Hey, Mrs. Barnes. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Renika. Hey, Niche. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Douglas. Hey, Alexis. Hey, Michelle Bird. Hey, Anika. Child, one more thing ain't going down. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Brittany. Hey, K Stand Neutral. Hey, K Sean. Hey, Melanie. Hey, A Pink. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Hey, Unapologetically Chris. Hey, Portia or Portia. Hey, Joy. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Cicely S. Jones. Nicole Brown. Unwind with Beverly. Hey, Christian Capers. Hey, Shirley. Hey, K Kisses. Hey, like, whoa. Oh, that remind me of that My song. My love is like, whoa. You never find nothing better. I used to love that song, child. Hey, CC Doe. Hey, Adaku. Hey, Sister Girl Speaks. Hey, Unwind with Beverly. Hey, Yawan or Jawan. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Andre. Stacy. Hey, Dina. Hey, Tiffany Shantae. Hey, Omar. Hey, Brianna. Hey, Christopher. Christopher, I was just thinking about you. I hadn't seen you on Patreon in a while. Hey, Kim Queen. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, another round. Hey, Sephora. Hey, Glowing Butterfly. Montaigne. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Hey, Chatting with Beauty Spot, Universe Soul Goddess. Hey, Meezy. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, Makeup Addict. Hey, CM. Brianna. Hey, FAMU. Hey, Saucy B. Hey, Just In My Opinion. I know that's right, girl. Get into it. Okay. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Esther. Hey, God's anointed daughter. I know that's right, baby. Hey, Apple Charm. Lena. Lena, you working? Or you over here on the live? Hey, Diane. Hey, Miss Kim Danielle. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into it because it's at the 5 minute mark. Thank y'all so much for joining me for the foolishness. Okay. Y'all know I normally only have lives, you know, when the spirit moves me or when we're talking about Married at First Sight, but I feel like we really need to talk about the state of the Housewives shows. Okay. Now, y'all know I like to kiki and caca and, you know, act up and have a whole bunch of unorganized chaos. But today I mean business. Okay. Because I'm pissed. When I tell y'all I ain't never looked at a show and yelled and cussed so loud at a show in my damn life. I said, baby, if they had a camera in here, they would be like, hey, who is that? Baby, who is that getting into it? Like, what? When I tell y'all I was pissed. Hey, Princess. Thank you for the super chat. New subscriber today. Want to say I love your energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Look at Lena talking about she at work. Lena, well, if you're going to be on the live, that's fine, child. If you ain't working too hard, that's good. That's good. So listen, y'all, I was just so pissed when I watched this episode. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So first of all, okay, we have the green-eyed bandits plus the wannabe bandit, which is, I'm going to call her the wet bandit. Shout out to Home Alone. You have all three of them versus Wendy. Now let's just start this thing off right. I understand that last season, Wendy gathered the girls. She was calling her husband, Idris Elba. Child, I remember making fun of it because it was a fool. But they had her feeling self-conscious, saying that she changed her body just because, her husband was liking booty model pictures and all kinds of stuff. Like, let's not start right here. Let's start at the beginning of the foolishness. Okay? She gathered them. Okay. Now, Robin was collateral damage. Robin, look, you're synonymous with Giselle. Now, if you don't want people to treat you like they treat Gizzard, then damn, you should separate yourself. Okay. But since you don't, then you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Okay. And I don't want to hear nothing about it. I said what I said and I ain't changing it. But that is what they're holding on to. Of course, Robin is not going to let up because y'all, let me take y'all back. Y'all remember at the reunion when they were talking and Nikki was asking the questions and Robin looked at Giselle and goes, wait a minute, Giselle, are we mad at Ashley? Giselle said, no, we're good. That right there is all I needed to know. Y'all can't think independently. So if Giselle mad at Wendy, then you mad at Wendy. The only reason why you're not still mad at Candace when, some things were said between her and Giselle is because you like Chris and you halfway like Candace a little bit. And you don't believe that Chris was really doing what Giselle said he was really doing. But I have a theory on that as well. But I mean, girl, you're going to have to think independently. And the way that you behaved last night was straight up disgusting. But y'all know what I have been noticing? I have been noticing that a lot of people are saying, Robin needs to go. Robin needs to go. She needs to be fired. Yes, she does. But please do not just forget about Mia. Mia got a problem, a little lying problem, a throwing things problem, a want to fit in problem. She got a problem. And she is a problem. Okay, because none of this would have started had Mia kept her damn drink near her side. Now, y'all all know I'm a germaphobe, okay? And the fact that this lady picked up this glass that she had already sipped out of, and I don't give a damn if she didn't sip out of it. Don't throw your liquid at me. Don't throw nothing that you have near you that you are supposed to be consuming on me. And for everybody that was confused, because I saw a few comments saying, you're getting it all wrong. It's your hate for Mia. I don't hate Mia. I don't care nothing about Mia. That's where you're wrong at. I don't care nothing about her. I care about what is right. Now, regardless of how we feel about Wendy, some people love Wendy, some people don't like Wendy. It's cool. We all have people we're fond of. But right is right and wrong is wrong. Even if I saw my adversary at the table as a housewife, I'm not just going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, throw that drink on and she deserved it. The lady was simply saying, let's just run it back because I just want to run it back so that we don't get confused. So how it all started was she already had FaceTime Patricia. Shout out to Pat. Okay, she had already FaceTimed him. And he was like, I got a beef with Wendy. What man sitting up talking about he got a beef with another housewife? But that's how Peter do. He had a beef with Candy over there on Housewives of Atlanta because Candy was running her mouth, okay, saying stuff to Cynthia. He had a beef with Nene, but then he tried to pretend like he didn't have a beef with Nene. It's just a whole fool, okay? Peter always got a beef with a woman. So he had a beef with her. He told Mia. Mia was looking for anything to be pissed at Wendy. Anything. It could have been Wendy set up wrong. She ordered a salad and started eating it with a spoon. It could have been anything, and Mia was going to be ready to get started. Okay. So when he FaceTimed her and told her that he had a beef with Wendy, oh, that's my brother. That's my family. Eat at the family's restaurant. Girl, you are not a part of the mafia. It's Peter Thomas, for goodness sakes. Girl, goodbye. So you come sitting your behind down. And when Peter came over there, Peter kept it cool. He was like, hey, Wendy tried to make a little small talk. Wendy is there on a group trip. This is a cast trip. Peter is not a part of the cast. I don't have to call and tell him not a damn thing. Talking about you need to call Peter and tell him. Why you didn't call Peter and tell him you were coming? Girl, if you don't shut the hell up. Girl, if you don't shut up. That is crazy. Child, I wish I had that Nene gift where she says, shut up. That's stupid. Because it is. That don't make no sense, girl. Why would she call Peter? So anyway, Peter comes to the table. He acting like he got some sense. He spoke to everybody, trying to be all cool, and everybody know they're on Peter's patio. So he walks off. This girl didn't want to let it go. Now, Ashley looks to Mia and she was like, I mean, Peter seemed cool because, she had already filled Giselle and Ashley in on the foolishness, letting them know that Peter indeed had a beef with Wendy. When Giselle was trying to perpetuate the BS, talking about, well, he faking it. He knows she ain't got no money. He just faking. She researched him so she could be his friend. Okay. So after they did all that, Mia looks at Ashley and goes, well, he's a jokester. Okay, first of all, I ain't never known Peter to be no jokester. I've known him to be a lousy businessman, a mess box, and Cynthia's husband. A jokester? Okay, girl. Well, he's a jokester, but I'm going to go find out. That's where the first mistake came in. This is none of your business. Leave it alone. Wendy wasn't bothering nobody. Okay, not nobody. She even tried to make up with Robin and Giselle when she brought them to that winery because she was like, okay, well, whatever we went through last season, she thinking this is standard housewives practice. Y'all know how the housewives do. They fuss, they fight, they make up, they sit down to dinner, they fuss, they fight, they make up, they sit down to dinner, they fuss, they fight, they damn make up. This is what the housewives do. So she's thinking she's a part of the housewives like we normally see it. So she's trying to get the heifers together so they can make up. It didn't work. Mia gets up. Child, when I tell you, oh my goodness, Mia gets up, but Sharice gets up first. Now, Sharice gets up to go to the restroom because Sharice is hot. Okay, she hot. She ain't pooped. She ain't got no toilet in the house. Honey, Sharice got to release herself, so she gets up. Mia gets up right behind her, acting like she going to save the day. Girl, if you don't sit down. So she gets up looking goofy, stomping away. She stomps on over to the side trying to get to Peter. Now, if he was your brother and was so inclined to speak to you, he would have pulled you to the side. He left the table, girl. Leave him alone, tagging along with him. So she gets up. She goes over there. She's like, Sharice, you want to come with me? So they go over to the side. Sharice all of a sudden wants to start a champagne lounge. Girl, go have a seat, okay? We ain't got nothing to do with that. Gone. Mia's like, so what's the beef? Here go Peter. Well, I sent her a contract. First of all, Peter, if you're a real businessman, you don't discuss nothing with Mia. That's point blank in the period. Whatever dealings that you had with Wendy should have stayed between you and Wendy. That's messy. So that right there lets me know that Eddie was right. Because y'all remember that on part of that episode when Wendy was like, yeah, so I saw your friend. He said, no, that's not my friend. That's your friend. I know that's right, Eddie. Because Eddie already knew what time it was. Eddie was like, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. Like Eddie knew his discernment was like, nah, this is not the move. But Wendy, she want to dip her hands in different pots and she wants to do other things because of course she grew up structured, be a doctor, be a lawyer, go to school, do what I say do, abide by what my parents say. She hasn't lived. Contrary to what she's saying, and she getting her BBLs, honey, she dipping and doing, she ain't lived yet. So she want to do what her dreams tell her she want to do. Now, I don't understand why everybody's mad because Mia says she has 4 degrees. And she said it once. We got over it. She made a cardinal housewife mistake. She came on the first season coming in hot, doing the most. Girl, we don't even know you. Okay. And quite frankly, we don't give a damn. So she came in. She started talking out the side of her neck. She didn't know any better. The second season, she came in because she had heard the feedback. Wendy is one of those that listens to what the people say and then she moves accordingly. I've noticed that. So she came back the second season trying to be a little bit different. But then all of a sudden, they saw Mercy and Grace or whatever them boobs are, she called them, honey. I think Karen's is Tiff and Fee and hers is Chanel number 5. Honey, I don't know what they are, okay? Her boobies were done. So all of a sudden, it's giving bimbo. Now, why she got to be a bimbo just because her boobs done? But anywho, we'll get to that in a minute. So Peter starts disclosing the business between him and Wendy. That's the second thing that set the night off wrong. Why are you discussing that with her? And she wouldn't let it go. It's like, what's the beef? Then she starts saying all these stupid things. The early bird catches the worm. Oh, you got to think before you speak. Girl, what are you talking about? Go sit down. Mia, sit your foul ass down before I make change. Child, she pissed me off. Oh, she pissed me off, y'all. When I tell y'all I ain't never been so mad. Oh, child. Okay, it was happy in this. Thank you, Christopher, honey. Happy in this, honey. Ain't no happiness happening over here, okay? So, after she did that, she goes back, sashaying back to the table. Here go Giselle, ready to produce a scene. Now, mind y'all, Giselle had already knew because Mia had already told her that Peter had a beef with Wendy. Well, what was the long conversation about? What was it about? So Mia kind of side eyes Wendy. Wendy's still oblivious to the bush. Okay, she's still sitting there looking. I'm like, "Po, baby, she don't even know what's gonna happen, honey." Next thing you know, Mia's like, "Yeah, so Peter has a beef with Wendy because he sent you a contract and you didn't read it and you didn't return it and you didn't sign it and you didn't review it." So Wendy is like, "Girl, no, you're lying. What are you talking about? I don't have beef with a man. If he want to talk about something, he can call my husband." Well, baby, what she say that for? Mia's like, "What? No, I mean, he's giving you an opportunity. Like, you could have at least let him know that you were coming into town. Like, he's giving you this opportunity. He ain't giving her nothing. This woman is already on different platforms, honey. He was supposed to be a partner to her. Yes, he knows the restaurant business, but so does Ashley. Who gives a damn? Like, if we really want to be real, hell, she could have called Michael. Like, Mia, please." So as soon as Wendy starts to explain herself, Wendy, Wendy, don't do that. That is my effing family. Wendy. I said, "Okay, I'm finna get ready to get pissed." Because who the hell you think you talking to? Now, you had already tried that stuff over here with Jackie. Now, Jackie let you get away with it because y'all do whatever y'all do, okay? Allegedly. And y'all friends. But Wendy ain't got to be sitting here looking and telling you and explaining to you why her and Peter have beef. So the part where everyone is getting confused, because I've been watching a few things and hearing people speak about it and whatever, they're saying that Wendy said something about Mia's husband, and that's why Mia threw the drink. I don't give a damn if she said Wendy's weave was crunchy around the edges. Don't you throw your alcoholic beverage, your water, don't put nothing that you have in your possession in my face. Okay? Because first of all, the panorama is outside, and y'all know how I feel about them germs. Number two, okay, it's nasty, and that's the equivalent of spitting in somebody's face to me. Now, it might not be to nobody else, but that's the equivalent to spitting in somebody's face. That's how I feel about it. So, Wendy was like, "No, I don't call other men. Like, we don't get down like that. Like, I don't know how you and your husband get down, but we don't get down." Drink is in her face. What she was saying was, we don't discuss things with other people that are not our partners. Me and Eddie don't talk to other men and women about our whereabouts and where we gonna be and how we gonna be and when we gonna get there. That's what she was trying to say. She wasn't saying anything about her husband, but we know that the space in between Mia's ears cannot comprehend what she was trying to say. Mia, okay? Girl, what is wrong with you? Let out some of that Botox and you can understand and comprehend what people are saying. She was just saying, maybe you and G call and let other men and women know that y'all are coming, but me and him, we don't do that. But before she could explain herself, you had already doused her with liquid. Now, for people who saying, "Well, the liquid didn't even hit Wendy." Yes, it did. Please go back and watch that. Wendy's face has liquid on it. And I don't listen. Even if you want to pretend like you don't see the liquid, don't throw in my direction. Don't throw nothing in my direction. Okay. And I don't care nothing. She tried to play it off. "Well, I got wet and wavy, so I'm good." I don't care if I have wet and wavy. I don't care if I got Brazilian, Puerto Rico. I don't care if I got Indian. I don't care what it is. Don't throw it on me. Like, seriously. So then all hell broke loose. And this idiot here decides to pull out her camera. Now, this is the part that really pissed me off. This pissed me off to the ultimate festivity. And I don't think I ever really just get wrapped up in housewife shows like that, because I always talk about the fandemonium and how it's just so crazy. And why would y'all act like that? This is just a show. But last night was not just a show for me, because this recording right here reminded me of Shanquilla Robinson. And the reason why I did is because on that video, may she rest in peace, the dude is heard saying in the back, "Dang, Shanquilla, at least fight back." This idiot here gonna say to Wendy, "If you're going to fight, then fight. If not, then shh." To me, that felt like the same, and that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Because I'm like, why, what is that about? Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you tell her that? That's crazy. And Wendy is not void of all wrongdoing, but she's the victim in this. So, I mean, that's just point blank in the period. So, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, Wendy should have never said she wasn't doing anything. That's the thing. It's different if you came in poking. It's like, Wendy, shut up, girl. Like, girl, you bothering people. Ain't nobody even bothering you. So, now here we go. She literally was sitting there and didn't even know what was about to happen. If Giselle had not asked that question and Mia wouldn't have got up and tiptoed over there and started saying stuff, none of this would have ever happened. Like, and if you throw a drink on me, I'm going to speak up. What did y'all want her to do? Just sit there? So you mean to tell me if somebody douses a drink in your face, you gonna sit there and say, let me not antagonize them. You know what? I'm gonna go to the restroom, clean myself up a bit, and I'll be back. I'll see you girls in a little bit. Hell no. Baby, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about them ashy feet. I'm talking about them ankles. Honey, I'm talking about everything that has to do with you. I'm going to talk about your whole life. Because how dare you make me feel like an animal? Why are you throwing things on me? That's crazy. Why are you throwing things on this lady? And it's not just this episode, y'all. That's what I want people to understand. It's not just this episode. We have literally been seeing this for the past few episodes. They exed her and her kids out of the fun day with the family. Then she tried to reconcile it by saying Candace is going to bring this woman's children, knowing that you don't like her. And the vitriol that was in your voice when you spoke to Wendy, I wouldn't dare let my kids go somewhere with you. Why would I let my kids be along with you? Why? So it wasn't only that. So it's not like, this happened and then, that's it, that's all. No, it was other things. That's crazy. Anna said Peter can't show Wendy the site. She could invest and show up to Sticks and Rocks. Girl, okay. You remember that dilapidated building he took Cynthia to? Cynthia's talking about, oh my gosh, I can see the vision. I can see it. Yeah. The Martin Luther King building right over there. Yeah, that's what Martin Luther King, yeah, that's what happened. That's where he used to hang out. Yeah, I can see it, Peter. Wendy ain't sleeping with you, Peter. We're going to need to see exactly what we're investing in. Boy, goodbye. Ain't nobody finna be investing with you sight unseen. Goodbye. Yenda said, I want production to urge Giselle to bring up mess about Juan next season. I need these two heifers' friendship destroyed. Nothing good comes from them. And the crazy part about that is that, everybody says it's Giselle, but it might be Robin by herself. Yeah, Giselle is she gives what she gives, but Robin is the aggressor. Like, girl, you done got aggressive with everybody. Then on top of that, she's just antagonizing her. She just keeps on antagonizing her. Why every time she says something, she antagonizes her? I'm like, girl, if you don't shut the hell up. 2L said, apparently Mia likes to get escorted / tossed out of a joint. Catch it. Okay. Okay. Miss King said, hey, girl, hey, Rob needs to worry about her long-term roommate. Okay. Wendy has it all, and they're jealous of her, and they're low-key jealous of Candace. Okay, so as far as the jealousy is concerned, I don't think they're jealous of them. What I think is they cannot stand the way that they can articulate themselves and not have to resort to physical violence. The umbrella, standing up, getting up in her face, running up in the Australian Thunder Down Under restaurant up on Ashley, pointing your finger in her face, ready to get it started. And see, Giselle takes joy in watching Robin. So Robin is like the pit bull in a skirt. And then you have Giselle, who's like just back in the cut, just ready for something to pop off. But really and truly, I just think they don't like the fact that it's just words. And that's what confused me about last night. We can have a discussion. We can get mad at each other. We can go back and forth with a war of words. Why would you throw something on me? Like you're treating me like an animal, bro. I don't appreciate that. That was too much for me. And then this face right here. What is this? What is this? Look at the sheer joy in her face. That's crazy. Like y'all are all beautiful Black women. Why would y'all sit up on a platform and get to tearing each other down and throwing drinks on each other? And the thing that really pissed me off is that we over here fighting for Garcelle when she over here with the other heifers that's tearing her down. And then we got to go over here and y'all fighting each other? That don't even make no damn sense. Why are y'all fighting each other? We already are not invited into these spaces. And y'all wanted to pride yourself on Potomac as being the classy franchise. We're not like Atlanta. We're classy. Isn't that what they said when Monique lost her mind? No, see, we don't do. See, Monique is declassing the show. We don't want that. We're classy. We're Potomac. Well, baby, last night y'all were loving hip hop Potomac. That's what y'all was, honey. That's what y'all were. And you sitting there skinning and grinning recording. It reminds me of when I used to tell my students, listen, if y'all gonna fight in the cafeteria, you pull out them phones, I'm writing everybody up. Everybody who got a tape, all y'all going to the principal's office, because you know what? If something were to happen and a demise occurred because of this fight and you didn't say something when you saw something, you going down too. And I ain't playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Tamara Shed said we should be mad at that dress and baby, that little Easter Sunday dress. That's that after church Easter Sunday dress. I said, girl, what did you got on? I had enough nerve to stand up. Talking about you won. Well, honey, you didn't. Girl. Ugh, child, how dreadful. T. Patrice said Giselle is the scary instigator now. What would she do if Robin turned around and got into it with her? Robin is trying too hard to keep her position on Potomac. Yeah, and it don't make no sense because why are you acting like this? Like people would respond to you, and I don't want to hear nothing about what Wendy has said something about Robin. Baby, they all say stuff about each other. Wendy has not done anything more worse than any other housewife on any other franchise. Y'all remember when Portia grabbed Kenya off that chair? Come on now. But we can't forgive Wendy because she said she got 4 degrees. Now, I'm unbiased in this situation normally. All the housewives come as an ensemble cast. I have always said that. I said that all through my reviews last season because I feel like they each bring something. But when y'all gonna sit up and claw each other's eyes out and then all of you sat there and not one person said anything, like, come on now. All of y'all ain't got nothing to say. Will there be a bodyguard moving forward? I know that's right. That's what I want to know. Thank you for the super chat. Girl, ain't gonna be no bodyguard. Did you hear Giselle when she went back to that table? Ashley was like, and I don't trust Ashley either. Now I know, she was kind of saying like, well, I don't appreciate the physicality. That's what I don't appreciate. Like, I don't appreciate it. She was kind of trying to do something, but I feel like you could have been more verbal in the moment, more vocal. You could have said, Mia, girl, come on now. Mia, why would you do that? Like, that's not cool. That's why I appreciated Karen saying, now, you shouldn't have thrown that drink, right? And I don't know what Giselle expect Karen to do. Karen is the oldest of the entire group. You think she finna sit up here and play high school games with y'all? And then think she gonna walk around talking about some grand dame? Karen is not no fool. She not finna play preschool games with y'all and then go and walk around with her head held high. No, you're wrong. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Yes, Wendy was wrong because she said something about the woman's husband, but that was after she had been doused with a drink. Come on, y'all. And we can't sit here and act like we're all perfect and like we ain't gonna never say nothing out of pocket when somebody does something to us. We're human at the end of the day. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I wouldn't have said, something crazy to you when I got your liquid on my face. Hell no. Child, I wish I would. Jay Williams, thank you for the super chat. Wendy and Candace live the life the two heifers feel their green eyes and skin should have gotten them. Monique passed the binder to Dr. Wendy. Well, you know what? Monique ain't gonna pass none to Dr. Wendy because Wendy was ready for her to get the hell up out of there too. We can't forget that. Wendy was ready for Monique to go because she was, they were embracing her at the time. The green eye bandits, but they needed the numbers. See, what Wendy didn't understand is they were stacking the numbers, but she was new. So I kind of gave her a pass because I'm like, girl, you just don't know. And I wasn't reviewing shows then. I was just watching. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, Wendy, girl, don't trust it. Don't trust it. They're going to get Monique out of there. And you going next because you going up against Ashley. They don't like that. They just need you right now because if you're afraid and they're afraid, it looks like it makes sense. So you're going to go. Once they get her out, you're out. I already knew this was coming. The minute they sat in that beach house and Wendy went up against Ashley, I said, oh, baby, you finna go. Oh, baby, you finna get out of here. Like, you finna go. But she didn't know that. So I'm like, okay, You don't know that you finna get out of here, but you're up against, they didn't even want to hear what Monique had to say when they had that little sit down in Karen's house. They didn't want to hear anything about it. And like I said, I don't condone violence. So I don't know what I would have done if I was in that situation. But I can't just say for Monique to pass the binder to Wendy because Monique gonna be like, girl, welcome to the club. What you thought was gonna happen? Phil said Monique was wrong in season 5. Monique voluntarily left the show on her own. Yes, she did, especially after what happened at the reunion. She felt like Andy wasn't hearing her. He was making little digs about, oh, you make that much money when he was talking about her husband. So, yeah, she definitely did leave the show on her own. Wendy learned last season. Remember when she told Giselle she was everything people said she was? Oh, she sure did. And that's when she looked to Robin in that little raggedy robe over there throwing back them Hennessy shots or whatever they were drinking into that bourbon. And she had some words for Robin as well. Okay. A Pink said, I do think they are jealous of Wendy. She's attractive, smart, and with a loving family. They wish that was them. Okay, get into it. Jennifer said, I forgot Monique and Crater Face are friends. Are they? Let me think about that. Are me and Monique friends? Exactly, Adia. They ice out everybody that reads them for filth. You are absolutely right. Her Majesty said, Robin is aging like milk. Look at those wrinkles on her hand. Listen, y'all, we don't even have to resort to low hanging fruit, honey. We ain't got to talk about the physicalities of it. We don't even have to talk about that. We don't even, baby, it's so many other ways we can read them. Ma'am, you're in the house with your homeboy, walking around with no clothes on in front of your children. Disgusting. Giselle, you live in a house that looks like my son put it together with his Legos. It's giving Etch-a-Sketch. Girl, goodbye. Mia, you're paying to keep up with the Joneses, honey, but now you're outside. It's giving, I'm outside. You're all over Beyonce's internet, okay, trying to figure out how to make ends meet. We ain't even got to go with the physicals, honey. We could talk about every other thing. Because to me, I feel like they're all attractive women. I don't want to take that from them. I'm not gonna be one of them that's gonna start putting down their appearance. You with your thick ankles and your big neck and your big waist and your. I'm not even gonna give them that, ma'am. Your house is caving in on one side. Okay. Like, get out of here. Jay Williams said Robin's dress is giving J.C. Penney Jr.'s department. Jay Williams, good day. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not about to play with you, girl. It is. It really is, though. Look at the ruffles, child. Woo. Simply Sweet said colorism at its finest. They are just threatened by their presence and accomplishments. Yes, ma'am. And we're not going to act like we don't see it. We're not going to act like it's not happening because if you do, you're part of the problem, honey. That point blank in the period. And people want to say, that's what y'all want to scream when people don't like who y'all like. Listen, that's not the first thing I go to. I really try to see, is this really what I think it is? Because I don't want to just be speaking on stuff and it might not be that. But after last night, y'all, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what. Let me tell y'all something. And this might be far-fetched, and y'all might be like, okay, Misha, that ain't got nothing to do. To me, it equates to the same thing. Every year in February, I would show my students a Black History movie. Okay. To give them a feel of how far we've come and what we had to go through and what they had to endure, even as children, to go to the same school. Okay. And what I saw reminded me of a video of a young man who was eating at a counter in a deli. And, the white people came in, pushed him down, kicked him, threw drinks on him. He was full of milkshakes. He was full of water. He was full of food, all because they didn't like the color of his skin, all because they didn't like him. They don't even know him. Okay. But they didn't like the color of his skin. So for me, the way Wendy was being treated, despite whatever she did, it just made me feel that it gave me those same feels. It just made me feel like, what's wrong? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what's happening right now? Thank you for the super chat, Q, the content guy. I love your channel. Roberto is very annoying, along with that dress, that hair, and Roberto is very aggressive. Not Roberto, Rob. She is very aggressive. JG said, no one else has been called ghetto or aggressive or antagonistic in the history of Real Housewives of Potomac, but all of these words were used to describe Wendy. Absolutely, JG. You are absolutely right. When Mia called her ghetto, I said, girl, no, you ain't calling this girl ghetto when you behaving like you down at the pink. Okay, I'm waiting for Uncle Clifford to come out the back and tell you heifers to stop fighting. Because rule number 500, 765,624, 5, don't fight at a dinner in Miami. How she ghetto? What, baby, she's responding. What are people missing? She's responding to what has happened. We all could have ate our food and just went on about our business. And listen, y'all know what really got me is that I seen a sneak preview from next episode. And so Candace has now arrived. Okay. And baby, y'all know she finna cut up. Candace has now arrived and she's sitting there with Ashley and Karen. So, Candace is crying, honey, and she folded up, I think it was a scarf, honey. No matter what she folded up, she gonna find a sharp edge. So she has now folded this scarf up into a sharp edge, honey, to dot the corners of them eyes. She's crying, right? Ashley is on the phone with Wendy. And Ashley's like, hey, beautiful, we love you. Are you okay? What's going on with you? I'm like, girl, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, honey. Let somebody else speak. Get somebody else to do it. Child, get somebody else to do it. So she was like, yeah. So Candace gets the phone. And she's like, what's going on? And Wendy's like, well, I was crying all night. That's not right, y'all. That ain't right. And y'all know she probably was crying all night because y'all remember when they did something to her last episode when they put them in that outhouse and she was like, had her head held down and Karen had to give her like a pep talk because she was more covered up the next day. And Karen was like, girl, no. If you want to put your bathing suit on, put your damn bathing suit on. I wish these heifers would. And when Candace grabbed the phone, she said to Wendy, girl, no, do not let them make you feel like you don't belong. You belong here. And that kind of like touched me because it was like, dang, man. Like, I don't like to see people feel that way. So if it was any of them, I would feel the exact same. It's not just because, it's Wendy and it's this and it's that. No, if somebody threw a drink on Giselle, I would say, now, why would you, Giselle be talking hush, but why would you throw a drink in her face? Come on now. That's just ignorant. Like, this is crazy. Thank you, Lovey. Love your reviews. Moving forward. Honey, I know that's real. Baby, she found a sharp edge brick. I said, baby, Candace gonna find a sharp edge if she don't do nothing else. I said, Candace, now how have you folded this napkin up to get a sharp edge to dot your damn eye? Oh, this is a fool. Roberto Neville Dixon. Goodbye. I'm not about to play. Not Neville. Ooh, y'all say anything, child. Ooh, I love it. D said, not Mia calling Wendy ghetto when she grew up with. Oh, no. We're not going to talk about her mama. Now, we're not going to talk about her mama, y'all. Her mama is innocent. She ain't got nothing to do with child. Mia already using her for a storyline. We ain't going to, child. Ooh, Child, this is a whole fool. Mama's Rule said Wendy was thinking about what all she could lose messing with these women. Yeah, and you know what? That's what made me so mad about this moment of Robin recording and her telling her, fight if you're going to fight. And if not, then be quiet. Because you want to say that Wendy baited Mia into doing exactly what she wanted her to do? Girl, that is the dumbest thing that I have ever heard. If she wanted to bait her, she would have gotten it started to begin with. She didn't bait Mia. What are you talking about? You were trying to bait Wendy because you hyping her up. But you want to go over there and fight, and you're hoping that she's brain dead enough to actually listen to what you're saying and try to prove to you that she's a tough guy. She gonna go over there and get in Mia's face and lose every damn bag she got. You were baiting Wendy. Y'all not finna sit here and play on my intelligence. That ain't gonna work for me. That ain't gonna work for me. You were trying to get her to go up in Mia's face so that some stuff could get started so y'all could scream, we're uncomfortable. No, it's another one and another one. We're uncomfortable. We can't do it. We can't do it. Oh my God. Wendy has to go. Nobody's filming with her the way she attacked Mia at that restaurant. We can't do it. Hell no. You were trying to bait her. Thank you, Sonia. You're right. Peter started all this. But listen, though, this is the thing, though. Yes, Peter told Mia that he had a beef with Wendy, but that didn't mean Wendy had to take it and run with it. That ain't your business. Okay, he got a beef with Mia, and what's it to you? Like she doesn't think independently. Girl, what is wrong with you? Why do you have to fix whatever Peter's problem is? Like that's dumb. Good side of Gemini said Wendy has been consistent with her nonviolent stance. Yes, and that's another thing people are getting confused about. They're like, well, because Wendy's being a hypocrite because of Monique. No, honey, that's the same thing. She didn't like it when Monique got violent, and she don't like it when Mia got violent. It's the same thing. Like she's consistent in saying, I don't like people. And when she said no, and she's violent. Did y'all see how Giselle and Robin just sat there and looked? I said, mm-hmm. Jay Williams, thank you for the super chat. If Wendy is looking for a new business venture, she should take over Mia's share of those joint practices and make her an employee. I know that's right, honey. Here's your uniform. Go ahead and clock out for me. I know that's real. JJMS mom said, if it wasn't for the hate for Wendy, there is no way Giselle would be comfortable interacting with Mia. Mia was a stripper and a mistress, so she participated in adultery. She has no accomplishments. Absolutely, I believe that too. But see, you know what? When she first was introduced to Mia, because I was trying to figure out like, how did we get Mia? That's what's really pissing me off. Because I just don't like Mia. And normally I really don't say that, but I don't like Mia. I really don't. I really don't. And I don't like Robin. And I really tried so hard to give them both the benefit of the doubt. But after last night, and that lady sat up there and recorded that, I said, baby, you're done. Honey, you're done. I don't like nothing about you. And I was trying to figure out how do we get Mia? And we got Mia from Karen. I said, Grandam, girl, why did you bring us Mia? Hell, we didn't need her. And I remember last season, people were like, well, no, Misha, just give Mia a chance. She's a pretty girl. What the hell does her aesthetic have to do with anything? I don't like her. I don't like the way she lies for no reason. I don't like the way she makes up things. She's corny. She's lame. When she gets in the confessional, she tries to throw a little shade. It doesn't land. It's off. The timing is off. She's off. G's off. Everything's off. I don't like her. I don't like her like that. I just don't. But last season, when it was Candace versus Mia, when I felt like Mia was wronged, I took up for Mia. So, some people were saying, your hate for Mia is confusing you. No, it's not. I don't hate her. I just don't care for her personality, and that is okay. But y'all my subs, so y'all know. Because if you're in this chat, that means you're subscribed to my channel. Y'all already know I'm going to go in about everything that I feel has happened, right, wrong, or indifferent. And when it was Mia's turn to be, coddled and I feel bad and Candace talked about her mom, that's not cool. I did that. But Mia, you're a liability, honey. Okay, and you must go. You connected with that woman with your pocketbook. You're going to pick that tacky clutch up and hit that girl in the back of that satin suit she had on. You keep your damn hands to yourself. Girl, what is wrong with you? Phil, thank you for the super chat. Love everyone. I really do. Green Eye Bandit and Mia were 100% wrong last night. However, why are so many people pushing for freaking Frack to return to? I don't know, Phil, because I ain't pushing for a freaking or nothing to come back to no Phil. I'm there with you. I have absolutely no idea. Because y'all know how I feel about Phaedra. High class parks. So I don't know. They were 100% wrong. And I also feel like people are letting Mia off the hook. I went to their pages or whatever, the comments are limited, honey, because they don't want no smoke. And so I went to the comments and somebody was like, Mia, you're completely wrong last night. And she was like, yeah, I was. So then somebody else was like, oh my gosh, I love your honesty. Okay, you're back to being my favorite. Hell no, it don't work like that. Mia does this thing where she does the wrong thing. She lies on people and then she hurry up and she tries to take accountability to look like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did the wrong thing. No, girl, you know exactly what you're doing. You did it. You meant it. Okay. And you're going to do it again. You can't be trusted. Period. You can't be trusted. Shonda said, you deserve some discipline. You deserve some discipline for what you did to Candy. That's when Nene bun was falling off. Y'all remember? Oh, child. And Marlo was trying to fix it back. I said, baby, let that bun free. Oh, honey, that's when Real Housewives of Atlanta was organic. Oh, child. Mia can't handle the Twitter heat, baby. She deleted that Twitter. Do you hear me? Baby, error message 404. I said, not a deletion. Miss Brown Sugar said, you won't see me pushing for Mrs. Parks to come back. I know that's right, me either. I don't care what's going on. Karen said, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you talked about that. I was watching last night and I thought I was the only one that thought what Mia did was crazy. It was insane." Dina said, "Mia is a mark buster for starting and running home crying like Red on Friday. Had enough nerve to say, 'Oh my God, do you see my nail? Ma'am, you were fighting yourself.' That's between you and the security guard. Okay, you call him and tell him to cash up you some money to get your nails fixed because this girl didn't do nothing to you. And the fact that Giselle gonna come over there talking about, wait a minute, hold on, I'm gonna get everything that she needs. Just hold on, okay? Hold on for just a second, okay? Nobody named Mia is leaving. If you leave, then we all leave. Well, baby, can we do that when it comes to the show? She'll leave, and then all you heifers can go with her, and we can start from scratch. Everybody can go. Just leave the grand dame. All y'all can go. Goodbye." Charlotte done pissed me off. Let's get into the fact that Robin continued to call Wendy an antagonist. Let's look at the definition. Child, I feel like I'm in the classroom. Are y'all ready? Everybody have their pencils out? Number 2, please. Antagonist is a person who actively opposes or is hostile to someone or something, an adversary. Here we have a picture of last night's antagonist. I'm not about to play with y'all. I'm not about to play with Robin saying stuff that doesn't make sense. This right here is the antagonist of last night. Like, what are you saying? The definition, someone who's hostile to someone or something, an adversary. Like, y'all ain't got time. Let me go back to these comments, y'all. Andre says, "Shoot, start casting around Karen, Ashley, Candace, and Wendy. Honey, cast the whole thing, honey." Kelly said, "I believe Phaedra just did what production wanted her to do." Kelly, you believe that? Kelly, now normally, Kelly, I'm with you, but no, production didn't know. Who was production back then? Oh, child, wait a minute now. You might be right. Because y'all know who production was back then. Good old Carlos King. Another round said Robin was told she was one and she decided to gift the thought. Robin was told she was one and she's deciding to gift the thought. What do you mean? Armand, thank you for the super chat. Robin and them. I'm done. I'm done. Black girls getting their shift together. I wonder if John Hopkins had words with Wendy. Oh, that's another thing. So a lot of people were thinking that Wendy was going to get fired because of the John Hopkins disclaimer at the end of the episode. What I personally thought was, she probably had a conversation with them and they realized that they were going to be named. But when it turned, a little bit rowdy, they wanted to make sure, yes, although she does work for us, our name Bennett and we ain't in it. Like, the fuck, child, we ain't in this. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all think she got fired? I hope she didn't lose her job. It was not her fault. Jennifer said, when reunion comes, Candace and Wendy need to do a virtual manslaughter on all of them, including Andy. Pow, pow, pow. Listen, I think when the reunion comes, we need to have a female African American, honey, a black female sit up next to Andy. We need some answers. I don't want to hear him saying, Karen from Wichita said, why would Mia throw that drink? Mia, any reason why you would throw that drink? Yeah, I was just throwing it because she had said something to me. Okay, moving on. Giselle, how'd you like the hotel we put you up in? Hell no. We need answers. Mia, why did you think it was okay to get up and get us some business that was not yours? Okay. Giselle, when she came back to the table, why were you worried about what she was talking to Peter about? It didn't concern you, unless you got business with Peter. What makes y'all think this is okay? Like, I don't want to hear about what Paulina from South Carolina asked, and I don't want to hear nothing about that. Let's just sit down and let's have an open discussion. I want the screen to be black when we first start, because that's for the dramatics of it all. I want there to be a disclaimer saying we at Bravo do not condone any form of colorism, and tonight we will have a discussion and it will be an open one. Open the screen up with the heifer sitting there and let's get into it. I don't want to hear nothing else about these little frivolous questions they're going to ask. Well, Mia, do you still have your business? We don't care about that, honey. We don't give a damn. Why are y'all treating each other this way? We already fighting for Garcelle over on Beverly Hills. Please, y'all get it together. Love on each other and stop fighting each other. And Mia, stop throwing stuff. You did that same thing in that kitchen when you threw that lettuce at Candace. And I let it slide because she was talking about your mama. And I was like, you know what, Candace, girl, that ain't right. But she sat there and threw that lettuce. She threw that lettuce and now she throwing this drink. Somebody gonna throw them hands next. Now, Mia, now girl, you cannot throw things at people and then apologize later. It doesn't work like that. Child is giving ignorant. Adia said the green-eyed bandits men knew who they are, and maybe we are all missing that point, hence their relationships. Girl, you better speak your speech. 2Ls, thank you for the super chat. I lived for a Phaedra read, but she can stay on Big O and not on Big O. Portia can stay with Simon over there too. If I see Portia dance one more time to that Beyonce song at that bachelorette party, I'm gonna lose my damn mind. Ooh. Naturally, Mar, thank you for becoming a member. This is just crazy. Hold on. Let me go down. SCK1070 said they would edit the heck out of that reunion if it was like that. They would, but I just feel like we really need to get down to the root of it because the way that they kind of dismissed Garcelle's feelings over on Beverly Hills and now we over here with this, like this is some heavy stuff, man. Housewives used to be about price tags, opulence, charity work, and a little bit of shade. Okay, that's what it used to be about. I used to watch those shows thinking to myself, oh, I got to get me one of those houses. Oh, child, not brunch in the middle of the day. Child, I thought brunch was just on the weekends. Look at Kim Zolciak in that Party City wig. Girl, you better get into it. Don't be tardy for the party. Oh, don't be tardy for the party. That's what I looked at it for. That's what I looked at it for. I didn't look at it for this. This is giving ignorance. This don't make no sense. Honey, I want to hear Kim Zolciak sing off beat, and I want to see the price tags ring up. Y'all remember when they told us that Phaedra paid $5,000 for that Airbnb for Mr. President to be announced to the world? Y'all remember that? Now we ain't got that. We got Robin. We got this here. We got this idiot right here. Fighter, if you want to fight, then fight. Girl, this is not WWE. Girl, anyway, child. I ain't got time to play. I really don't have time. This is just ridiculous. Linda said Rob's understanding of being relevant is doing the most in the wrong direction. Then again, Jizzy mentored her. Okay. And you know she listens to everything that she says and does everything that she says to do. Melanie said spending $10 on events. Child, I don't even spend no money no more. They just go on the trips hosted by the people. And then we got to see Giselle walking around in her fashions. I'm so sick of it. And now I know I'm finna get pissed off for Real Housewives of Atlanta too, because they about to bring Hotel Holt over there. Sheree, stuttering, walking around there with Hotel Holt. The franchises are just about to piss me off in general. Okay? I'm getting mad just thinking about it. Dina the Explorer said, I was watching clips of Cynthia's fashion show and the reads were classic. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And remember, Dina, when they went down to Miami for Cynthia's bachelorette party and Cynthia was in that bathing suit because she had to do a fashion show to get $200, honey, so she could pay the caterer. And they don't think I forgot. And they was like, ooh. And then Phaedra said, ooh, Cynthia looks like a chocolate bar dipped in cottage cheese. Baby, don't try to make fun of this lady because she got a little cellulite. That's the kind of shade that we remember. Not this here, honey. This is just ignorance right here. Monique was the only person who showed a certain degree of opulence. Giselle could not stand it. Oh, baby. When she came in and said, so you don't have a home? She said, I have 4 homes. That was the end of Monique for Giselle. She hated her after that. And not to mention, when they were sitting in that hotel lobby and Monique bust a freestyle. I said, girl, not a freestyle. Oh, okay. Girl, I like it. It's giving Cardi B. But make it classy. Child, this is a fool. Oh, child, this is too much. C. Elliott said, and Robin broke. She couldn't hire a coach for the field day. Listen, I was watching a TikTok, y'all, and they were saying that they were like putting the cast members like net worth up, and it said Robin was worth $4 million. I said, $4 million in Monopoly money? Child, let me find it. I don't have to do my own research. Child, not $4 million. And then they said Wendy was only worth 1.5. I said, oh. And I think Karen was worth the most. It said 10 million. I said, Karen got $10 million. But the people were saying, what about the tax issue? Child, see, listen, this is why you can't just listen to everything on the TikTok, honey. I said, not $4 million, honey. Let me research this myself. A Pink said, Robinson needs this job. I don't believe the $4 million. Not Robinson. Oh my goodness. Not Robinson. I'm done. Fatima said Mia is a reformed. Oh, child. See, y'all trying. Listen, y'all can't put those kind of words in the chat because they will demonetize me. Now, I love getting into it with y'all, but at the same damn time, I got to make some coins, honey. It's Christmas time. So y'all got to make sure you just try to get, you know, creative with it. Steph said Monopoly money. Girl, gotta be. Child, she done bought Baltic Avenue and a boardwalk and Park Place. Child, please. $4 million. I said, what's happening now? Mm-hmm. Miss Brown Sugar said that was the end of Monique and Giselle. And once again, Giselle was the antagonist, but got her little feelings hurt. Exactly. I always starting some mess. Let me go back up in the chat and see the other comments. Exactly, another round. 12 birthday cakes for 1-year-old baby for his birthday. Exactly. That's the kind of stuff I remember. And I remember Nene in that limo. I heard you got a record deal. Ain't nobody never heard of me. Honey, that's what I remember. I love Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta gonna always be that girl for me, honey. I don't care if they trash these last few seasons or not. I'm gonna ride with Atlanta till the wheels fall off. Yes, Jay Williams. Remember she went there and got that Escalade? Thank you, Big Papa. That's when her Party City wig was shaking, and Brielle and her sister still had their original faces. They were like, "Oh my gosh, mom, let's go back to the townhouse and write on the walls." Because they was in there writing on walls and whatnot. Bianca said, I loved Jeremy Speaks Reed earlier today. He went in on all Mia, Robin, and Giselle. They all deserved everything he said. Yeah, they've been reading them down today, honey. Peppermint Petty said, yeah, the biggest drama was Nene not being on the guest list. Now it's so dark. Exactly. She was standing outside shivering. That was the biggest scandal of the season. How you throw a drink on someone, violently charge someone, but get confronted, no, comforted, because you lost the fight. It's the games in our face for me. Girl. Then they gonna what really pissed me off so bad, y'all, is when Giselle came back to that table and said, Mia's upset, and rightfully so. She's trying to figure out what she's going to do for the next couple of days. Baby Mia said, Wendy said, hell no. Time out. I'm not about to play with you today. That's it. That's all. I'm done. She got up, got ready to walk away. Ashley was like, Wendy, where are you going? She said, no, I'm not about to sit here with Mia empathizers. So now violence is okay. But when Monique did it, it wasn't. I said, back, mic drop. Child, I ain't even got to say nothing else. She didn't even wait for us to say it on the Twitter. Normally we'll tell y'all what y'all should have said. Baby Wendy said, y'all ain't even I got this. So now it's okay to be violent because it's me and because it's Mia. But when it was Monique, it wasn't okay. And Giselle didn't have nothing to say. All she could do was just sit there and eat them red velvet Oreos. And how can you eat in the middle of this chaos? That's what was tripping me out. I said, not Giselle having a full-on dessert when all hell is breaking loose. And that let me know that they could care less about Wendy. That's what really hurt my feelings, because I was like, wow, girl, you are really ordering food, and this lady has just had a drink tossed on her. And it might not seem very serious to anybody else, but that was very serious to me. Like, it was the ultimate disrespect. See, Elliot said, yes, Andy promotes Gizzard more than any of them because of how she looks. Oh, baby, he loved him some Giselle, okay? He loved him some Giselle and Portia. That's why they had that old tired show. Y'all remember that show, Girls Night Out, or Girls Around the Corner, or Girls Let's Get Together and Talk About It? Honey, whatever it was called. They were getting together, and yeah, I did not like that show. I said, oh, honey, this is the worst 30 minutes I have ever seen. But I'm going to watch it because I'm going to support our people. But yeah, it gave nothing. Simply Danny said, Wendy needs to bring security in the reunion. She sure does, and have them stand right up behind her. Get so scared that she can't even get her makeup done. Honey, I'm shaking in my Giuseppe's. I need security. Shania said, Gizzard wanted to see a fist fight. It kind of broke my heart. Oh, yes, that's exactly what she wanted to see. The fact that the two of them sat back and just rejoiced, basically, in the foolishness. I was like, okay, that's what y'all wanted to see. This is what y'all relish in. They were so happy that Mia did that to Wendy. It was disgusting. And I never, when I tell y'all, when the show is on, I cannot be interrupted. I cannot be bothered. Please don't call me. Please don't do anything that has to do with me communicating, because I'm watching the show. I never ever tweet. After I saw this, I said, I'm disgusted. Period. Like there was nothing in that. At first, that was gonna be my review. I was just gonna come on and say I'm disgusted. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. I can't give y'all nothing, honey. I can't. And I had to calm myself down, which is why my review came out so late because I was livid. And y'all would have got a review and been like, "Girl, who is this? Girl, what? What happened to a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade? Like, what is this?" Quit said, I wanted Robin to stand up and give her Easter speech, okay? Because she looked all of 3 years old in that dress. That's exactly what I said, Quit. Looked just like an Easter dress. Her and Giselle are just tired and miserable. Miserable. And misery loves company. Baby Trisha said, they don't care about Wendy or Mia. Mia was in that car crying because she beat herself up. She was. And Giselle just that eat. Girl, if that ain't the damn truth. Oh, just as ignorant as the day is long. But now Robin was showing in the car. Yeah, and here she go up there talking to G on the phone. Yeah, G, she was talking about you as well. And Karen didn't have her back. Karen was saying that, Mia shouldn't have threw the drink. No, Mia shouldn't have thrown the drink. Like, what part of that y'all don't understand? And G, I hope you ain't gonna sit up here and say, well, I mean, her throwing a drink, that was cool if she was talking about me, because I'm gonna have to go in on you as well. So I'm hoping you ain't gonna say that. Simply Sweet said, I bet Giselle wouldn't like this if someone treated any of her daughters that way. Exactly. While she was on the wrong side of the tracks, play with clowns, you become part of the circus. Honey, it's giving Ringling Brothers. Absolutely. Oh, Angelia Jones, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Misha, my beautiful queen. I really miss you and the opinionated family. I'm enjoying listening to all of you, but this episode was very triggering to me, thanks to Mia and especially Robin and Gizzard, honey, antagonizing this whole situation. It was disgusting. It really was. And you know what I thought about you the other day? Because I said, I haven't seen you in the comment section. And I was hoping you were feeling good because I know last time you weren't feeling too well. Stephanie said at one point during the fight, Giza looked like just like one of her daughters, made me feel embarrassed for her and the fact that her kids will see her disappointing behavior. Yeah, Stephanie, you're right. That's awful. That is really awful. Imani said, Mia has been declassing the show since she started. She been lying, throwing things. She has a few instances where she was the aggressor. Yeah, and not to mention the fact that she was walking all up and through there calling them broke, and now look how the tables have turned. Okay, look how the tables have damn turned. It ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. Green Apple said Mia is giving inauthentic. It's like someone behind the scenes told her that this was okay. She has no concern about the production company reprimanding her for this behavior at all. At all. At all. She doesn't care. She's giving stripper mentality. Like, girl, shout out to the strippers, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all, okay? Because at first I thought I could be one, but then I was afraid that my daddy might walk in and I'd be like, oh my God. So that's that. But I'm just saying, she fighting like she got to fight for her life. Then gonna try to make us feel bad for her talking about, I've always had to get physical. When I have to physically, take up for myself, ma'am, you did not have to get physical in this at all. Are you that dunce? Are you that damn dense that you can't have a conversation? Like, girl, what? But we know that you don't have anything nothing else to say besides, well, your husband wants me. Your husband wants to toss my salad. Yeah, Eddie can't even look me in the eyes because Eddie wants me. That's all you think about, girl, is sex and men and foolishness. If it ain't got nothing to do with that, you don't know nothing about it. And then the way she flipped on Sharice, let's get on Sharice because I got something to say about her too. Mr. O'Brien says Sharice needs to go. Look, Mr. O'Brien. I didn't even see your comment before I said that. Sharice needs to go too. It's like watching paint dry. She really can go. She really can. And I feel, I'm on Karen's side with this because no, you're not going to sit up and get a storyline and get clout and get things to talk about. And no, on my expense. No, you're not. Hell no. If you want to talk about something, talk about what you got going on over here with the Green Eye Bandits. Don't bring me in it. You ain't talked to me in 5 years. So if you didn't have anything to say to me between that last reunion and now, we don't have anything to talk about. Like, that was crazy. Ariel said, Misha, what can we do to keep Andy and company accountable for this? We can't be onlookers to this abuse without doing nothing. I don't know because listen to me, Ariel. I thought about this today. I was talking to my friend Marsha, right? And I was telling her that if it's one thing I'm gonna be down for my people. And I don't like the way that these women are treating each other, especially as Black women. And like I have stated several times before, I damn sure was heated every time those women played in Garcelle's face. Now, see, this is the double standard because it's confusing me because the people are saying, well, Wendy was antagonizing because why she was saying that about the husband, but then they get mad at Garcelle because she ain't saying enough. What do y'all want people to do? Do you want them to take up for themselves or do you want them to be railroaded? What do you want them to do? And another thing too, I don't know what I can do, but I can stop watching. Because I said to myself, if Potomac don't get their damn selves together, and if Andy gets to this reunion and acts like this is no big deal, I am done with Potomac. And I'm not playing. The same way I was with Salt Lake. When they did Mary like that, when that woman broke that glass and threw it at Mary, and none of them heifers said nothing, and Andy didn't even address it at the reunion, I said, I'm done with Salt Lake City. Don't ask me nothing about it. I will never give them another view because the same people are still in the same position, and I'm done with that. Y'all not finna abuse, no, y'all not finna abuse my Black women. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. So you're done. And if Potomac don't get it the hell together, they done as well. Because I'm not going to sit here and watch it. That's the thing. The viewership is what keeps it going because they feel like, and I didn't like the way editing and production put together that package. Making it, where they doing the Matrix and showing the little alligator and making all these noises and showing Mia constantly throwing that drink, promoting the violence that they say they don't promote. That's crazy. So you want us to watch this, but you know what's so crazy about this though to me? Is that we're not gonna see a package like that for New Jersey. We ain't gonna see no package like that for Beverly Hills. We damn sure ain't gonna see no package like that for the OC. But for Potomac, they so silly. Y'all sitting up here fighting each other and clawing each other's eyes out. They have created an entire package to reel us into your violence. Child, just as dumb as a box of rocks, child. I'm done. DM Rocks, thank you for the super chat. Even Sharice was on Wendy's side. Was she? Because I ain't hear Sharice say nothing. I just saw Sharice looking. When she was on the side? Tell me. Cooley said, in my opinion, Wendy was saying that Mia and G be over there messing with men and women. I think she meant Mia with different men and G with different women, which they both admitted they're prone to cheating. Yeah, But see, the part I was talking about though, Cooley, is when she initially threw the drink. Mia assumed that she was saying something derogatory about G, but what she was really saying was, me and my husband, we don't do that. He checks in with me, I check in with him. I don't know what y'all do. Y'all might check in with men and women, but we don't. When I go out of town, I'm not calling no other man to tell him I'm there. And I'm gonna tell you like this: the only time I'm calling the man to let him know I'm in town is, honey, if I want to lay down with him. Me and him, we about to get into it. I done shaved, honey. I done went and got my wax. I done did everything I need to do. So I'm calling you and telling you I done touched down. What the hell am I calling you for? And I'm on a girls' trip with my cast. That woman did not come there to do business. She came there to enjoy herself with her castmates. So that's ridiculous. Tammy said this bullying against Wendy is horrible. The colorism is real AF. Tammy, absolutely. Absolutely. Omar said the sad thing is Gizzard's daughters are smarter than their mama, which is dumber than a fifth grader. Just ignorant. And Giselle got good sense. She get on this show and act like she crazy. She got good sense. She wants to treat this woman this way. She wants to treat these people this way. And she thinks this is cute. She thinks this makes good TV. She's giving Kyle, sitting up here trying to produce a scene, and it's dumb as hell. Just crazy. JG said the bandits brought Sharice back because they didn't like being called colorist at the last reunion. True, girl. I didn't think about. See, this is why we need to discuss these types of things because I didn't even think about that. Now you're using your thinker. She is their example of a tolerable brown-skinned girl. And you know why she's tolerable? Because she's a woman about town. Sharice knows everybody in Potomac. She's the one that put this cast together. Let us not forget. Sharice is that girl. Just like when Robin said, yeah, Sharice is supposed to be the grand dame. She's the real grand dame. And, people were like, well, that's why Karen don't like her. Sharice knows everybody. Her pockets are deep because of who she married. So of course she got her little settlement check and she sold her house and she did this and she did that. So she got some money. So for them, they can tolerate her because of the status and because of who she knows and who she's connected to. But JG, that's good. That's good. I didn't even think about that. Miss Brown Sugar said Mia's confidence that she wouldn't face consequences is the most authentic part of her. That's part and parcel in a system of privilege. Amen. Expecting benefit of the doubt, protection, and sympathy. And they gave her exactly what she wanted. I'm gonna go get everything for her nails. Don't worry about it. Go sit her in the car. Go ahead. And then on the preview for next week, Karen ends up inviting Wendy to the beach party, which is gonna be her party because you know it's her birthday, right? So Karen goes, I'm gonna go ahead and tell Mia that I invited Wendy. Why? Did she tell you that she invited Sharice? I wouldn't tell her a damn thing. A park isn't a beach or a park. That's a public place, honey. You ain't gotta tell her nothing. Did she tell you that Sharice was coming? No. So she goes in there and she tells Mia, hey, I'm going to invite Wendy because it's my birthday and I like Mia. I mean, I like Wendy. Is that okay? And Mia was like, I mean, it's not okay, but I mean, it's your birthday. Girl, be quiet. That woman can come wherever she wants to come. She's a part of the cast. And the fact that she's held up in a hotel room because y'all are mistreating her is crazy. And when I saw Candace crying, I had to shed a tear because I felt bad that she felt like, because this is what I was assuming. Now, I don't know exactly why she was crying because I ain't show that part. But what I was assuming is Candace was crying because I wasn't there to help her or help defend her or anything, and I'm listening to how it all went down, and I feel bad. And or it could be B, that she had the conversation with Ashley and they hashed things out or whatever. But it just made me sad because it's like, dang, y'all, why y'all gotta treat each other like that? That's crazy. She bored naturally, Mar. It ain't got nothing to do with her pockets not being deep anymore. She's bored. She's boring and she's bored. Her kids are grown. What else she got going on? All of a sudden, she see Peter, now she want to have a champagne lounge. Girl gone, honey. You don't need no dang on champagne lounge. Miss King said, Sharice is a waste of space. As long as Karen is dismissing her shade, Sharice is just a filler. Absolutely. And not even feeling nothing. And you see how they wanted her to stay at that house. So Wendy and Candace had to share a bed. Probably started a fight so Wendy could leave. Child, I don't put nothing past them. The pretty Texan said, Mia is upset because she wrecked a home and her vagine, neither of which are Wendy's issues. Honey, and had to have it repaired. Okay, catch it. Thank you for the super chat, pretty Texan. Mama's Rules said, I don't feel like Candace has Wendy's back the way that Wendy has hers. Nah, Mama's Rules, I disagree. Because listen, if Wendy didn't have Candace's back, I mean, if Candace didn't have Wendy's back, then she would not have been giving her that speech. I do think Candace is a good friend. I'm not going to take that from her. I think she's a good friend and she's loyal to people. I really do think that. Now, I'm kind of side-eyeing Wendy because you sat up here with Ashley and, we didn't hear you really have Candace's back when Ashley brought that stuff out at the table. You were just sitting there listening to Ashley say, I'm not vindictive. But then in the same breath on last episode, well, I mean, if she want to say I'm vindictive, then so be it. So we got to put this on Wendy. I don't think Wendy is holding Candace down like she should. Because really and truly, Wendy, why are you sitting here with Ashley? You already know what time it is with her and Candace. That's crazy. Hold on, let me go up. It's Seaway's World. Hey, girl. I watched the whole episode in fear, hoping that me and her low vibrations didn't make Wendy lose her job. Girl, she tried to hold it together, but, she was almost there. She almost took it there, but she reeled it in. And I was like, Wendy, don't do it, girl. You got a whole bunch of bags to lose because this show can be folded the hell up and gone tomorrow, and your whole job will be gone with it. Alexis said, what happened to being cordial and keeping it moving? That's what I'm confused about. What happened to, this is the thing. We know that they get to those dinners and they set those dinners up because now it's time to hash out the problems. That is a housewives formula. We all know that's what they do on these housewives shows. They get together at these dinners and somebody is prompted to ask about some foolishness so that we can get a scene. What happened to y'all just arguing until y'all eat y'all food, get y'all to-go plates, and go back to the house and get to arguing some more? What happened to that? Now y'all got to sit up here and fight in the middle of the restaurant. And where the hell was Peter when Mia was taking up for him and trying to disguise it as her taking up for her husband? Girl, you ain't fooling me. You was not taking up for G. You were taking up for Peter. Let's just call a spade because the way you clapped back as soon as Wendy said one thing, don't be talking about my effing family. Girl, you just met this man. You don't know this man like that, Mia. Come on, girl. You don't know this man like that. That's crazy. Hold on, let me go down. Hey, Nita. A white man does not need to be the host of these reunions. I don't think so either. He doesn't get it and cannot ask the real question or call folks to the carpet. We need someone new and permanent. What y'all think about Amanda Seals? Y'all think she would get down to the get down? I think Amanda will be a good host because y'all know she don't play. Jessica said, I'm not the type to talk to my TV screen, but when Robin piped up, baby, that John Hopkins disclaimer made me afraid for Wendy. I know. I know. I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, Lord. It's not her fault, but they don't want to be associated with foolishness. I was talking to my TV screen too, but I do all the time, honey. I was like, this is a fool. Thank you, another round. Listen, I haven't even been paying attention to the chat. I've just been paying attention to y'all's comments because I appreciate y'all. Obviously, if you're a part of this chat, then you are a subscriber. So I thank you so much for joining me. But y'all, please hit the like button. Please, please, please. And normally I don't beg for likes, but I really need to push myself back into the algorithm, especially with all the shows going into hiatus until January. I'm trying to get creative with my content. So please just hit the like button for me. Thank y'all. I appreciate you. Dragon Lord Terrence, thank you for the super chat. I'm kind of new here, but Giselle and Robin are like bleach and ammonia, a deadly mix. Child, you better say that again. The colorism is real, and Wendy needs to stay on their necks. She does. And that's what they hate about her, because they know she gonna stay on their necks. That's why they're sitting there calling her an antagonist. You're just antagonizing her. You just won't be quiet. You just won't shut up. You just won't stop. Why should she stop? Because y'all don't feel like it? Why don't y'all stop? Huh? What about that? All right, get out of here. Tammy said, if Bravo doesn't address the violent behavior and hostile aggressiveness at the reunion, this will be a huge problem. Tammy, I'm gonna be done with them. I'm not playing. I'm going to be done with them. Because y'all not gonna just sit up here and continue to act like we don't matter when all of your viewership mostly comes from us. Like, let's just keep it real. Nola said heavy on the bleach. Okay. Sephora, yeah, I do watch Family Karma. I do watch it, but I don't know about reviewing it though. Jessica said, oh, yep, Angela Rye and Kiki would be good. Oh, baby. Kiki will get it all the way together. Okay. Y'all got some good ones. Yeah, that would be good. I like both of those suggestions. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Neva? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Wendy is above this cast. They're pulling her down, reducing her brand and her status with the real elites. Oh, not to mention the fact that they keep talking about her selling candles. And so what? Karen sells candles, sheets, perfume, anything, wigs. Karen selling. Why don't you worry about them hues that we no longer see? Where are the every hues? They're not in every store. They over there at AliExpress talking about when the panorama hit, my supplier. Oh, the people, okay, the people over there. Yeah, they did stop sending things. They were on lockdown. Girl, you ain't fooling me. Okay. Child, I've been a major Zell cry. Do you hear me? Devil's advocate, real quick. Do you think people would call Potomac boring if they were not tussling? No, Seaway, absolutely not. We made it this far. We made it this far without them tussling. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Season 1 of Potomac, I was not interested at all. I was like, baby, who are these Real Housewives of Potomac? I'm uninterested. Please go away from me with this. Honey, I don't want it. But then season 2 got better. Season 3 was good. Season 4. Now, I think that people would have called Potomac boring had Michael not been doing what he was doing. Because today I just sat back and thought about the cast in its entirety. Okay. And let's just go down the list. Mia gives absolutely nothing but lies. Okay. Down below her, we have Giselle. Season 1, Giselle's storyline was, Jamal being the cheater, pumpkin eater, and her getting back on her feet with her and her little kids. Okay. Giselle's a woman doing it for herself. She's no longer the first lady. Then Candace came into the fold around season 3, introduced by Ashley, because they were the pageant girls. Candace came in, her mom paid for everything. Candace's mom was like, they make them in your size when you got the coins. And Candace brought her own little spin to things. But she was a little bit interesting because she had Chris and they were talking about, him and his restaurant and all this and all that. So she could probably do a little something. Then we have the Grand Dame. Karen was a full-on fool and a mess, season 1. But her and her wigs pulled through and we continue to enjoy. Ashley, she was always surrounded with. Ashley don't really bring anything individually. Really and truly, I feel like for Ashley, if she didn't have Michael and his indiscretions, what would we really be talking about? It's giving nothing. Moving on to Robin. How many times do we have to hear Juan? My man, my man, my man. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Y'all ain't gonna never get married, and we don't care. We don't give a damn. Moving on to Wendy. She came in. What is she giving? I'm not sure. The 4 degrees, very accomplished. I feel like she can read you with a thought-provoking moment, but as an ensemble cast, they make a good show. But we don't need them to fight each other to make a good show because the show was good before season 5. Season 5, it was a fool. Season 6, they were good. There was no violence in season 6 until Mia brought her ass along. Mia got to go. Okay, listen, we had already been fighting for our lives, season 5. When that whole thing went down with Monique and Candace, the world was divided. Do you hear me? I was so happy I wasn't reviewing then. I was like, oh, child, I dodged a bullet. Anywho, we didn't need that. So moving on into season 6, things were cool. Candace got a mouth that's lethal. You don't want it with her because you go low, she going to hell. Okay, and the hell underneath that hell. But we didn't have no foolishness till Mia picked up that damn lettuce and threw it. Now here we are over on season 7. Mia picking up a drink and throwing it. Mia is the common denominator. Mia, you got to go. Take Robin with you, okay? Since Robin likes to get aggressive as well, okay? You need to take Robin with you. Robin has gotten aggressive and it flew under the radar because she's overshadowed by Giselle, but she ain't fooling me. So Robin, you can go, and Mia, you can go. We need to break up the Green Eye Bandits and see how Giselle stays and stands on her own. Take Sharice with y'all as well because we don't need nobody that can formulate any kind of alliances with Giselle. So now what you gonna do? And the Grand Dame ain't gonna be playing with Giselle. Did y'all hear Karen tell her last night? I'm friends to everybody, even your ragged ass. I said, baby, Karen can't stand Gizzard. Oh, Karen can't stand Gizzard, honey. Oh, I love their friendship. Do you hear me? Mia gotta go. Child, I wish I could play that clip, but see, they be having copyrights on everything. I want to play that clip of Nene in the clubhouse saying, frick and fraud, they can go. They're declassing the show. Honey, that's what y'all got going on. Mia and Rob, you can go. You're declassing the show. Seaway said Karen the only one with any character at all. The only one. And see, it's only good. But see, the thing is, Karen and Giselle, we need them both. And the reason why I say we need them both is because Giselle antagonizes the hell out of Karen. And that brings the fun side and the shade and the shady moments that Karen gives us. Giselle brings that out of her. That's the kind of fun shade we need, not this ignorance that Mia has ensued with drinks flying and everybody ganging up on one person. And I was a little bit disappointed in Karen a little bit last night too. Now, yes, she did say to Mia, throwing that drink wasn't right? But I felt like they were making fun of it because when she got that drink thrown on her and Mia got ushered away, Giselle was like, how did you not get wet? They proceed to make fun. Well, girl, here go Ashley. She was dodging it like the Matrix, and they all were laughing. That's not cute. Like, why are you laughing? Karen, I'm side-eyeing you as well. Like, what? And then everybody was just sitting there when Wendy got up because, of course, you done threw this stuff on me, so now let me stand up. So everybody's standing up, and they looking, and everybody's just sitting there, just looking at them. And all while Robin is recording, I'm TMZ tonight. No, you're ignorant tonight. You're an ignorant roommate, honey. You and your man give real world, where two strangers are picked to live in a house to stop being polite and start getting real. Girl, goodbye. It got below the belt with Giselle when she wrote that jacket for Ray. Oh, girl. Yeah, she talking about that t-shirt when she came in and said free Ray Ray. But see, that was light shade. I feel like her making that stupid t-shirt and walking out. It's like, girl, go on, honey. You probably thought that was fashion, honey. Good for you. Get on out of here, honey. So, I feel like that was light shade. Karen ate her up. Giselle already know Karen will eat her for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She don't stand a chance. And Karen don't even be trying. What Karen say? They come for me, but they just don't find me. I know that's right, y'all. Karen said, I was just speechless at how these ladies reacted to Wendy being attacked. Just crazy. I always say there's no way I would be involved in this mess to ruin my professional relationships. Absolutely, Karen. And nobody stood up for her. Nobody. And then what really hurt me too, y'all, is when the night was over or whatever, and everybody was sitting down still at the table. And I think Mia and Robin were in the van with Jackie. And at the table, it was Giselle and Karen and Ashley. Wendy was sitting on the curb. Nobody went to check on her. Karen, I feel like you should have got up. Not saying, put the responsibility on Karen, but dang, man, nobody gonna go check on her. And then Ashley finally did. And I just never can get a good, I don't get a good feeling about it. It's like, oh, girl, go away. Because it's like she be smirking and stuff. And you just don't know if it's genuine. I just don't trust Ashley at all. Chantelli said, Robin recording disgusted me. Recording an assault just like Shanquilla's demon friends. I just said, well, I ain't say that, but I said that in the beginning of this live. I am with you. I am with you on that. And not to mention that it was very eerie hearing Robin say, if you're going to fight, then go over there and fight. If not, then shh. And it reminded me of the dude in the video saying, dang, Shanquilla, at least fight back. And she said, no. Like with the current state of affairs, y'all think this dumb stuff makes sense? Y'all too old for this. Mia is pathetic. And so is Robin. They can kick rocks and get the hell on, honey. They got to go. They got to go. And normally I don't try to take people's bags because I'm like, we just all out here trying to make it, honey. Let the ladies live. No, go. Go. You're disgusting and your behavior is deplorable. And the way you treated that woman like she was a common criminal and like some kind of animal pouring liquid all over her. Y'all can kick rocks and get the hell on, honey. Nita said Robin is a nasty bully. She is a bully. She is. And she's a snake. Mizzle said, unless I wasn't paying attention, what happened to their taglines? They did it for one episode and that's it. Oh, you're right. Probably because they were terrible. I was like, child, what kind of taglines are these? Oh, child, put y'all shoes on. Let's go. Let's go find y'all some taglines, honey. Chauncey said, Ashley can't be trusted. Knowing Ashley, she'll be defending Mia next week. And the thing I was thinking too was, don't be sitting over there talking to Ashley because all Ashley gonna do is go sit in that room and tell Gizzard and Robin exactly what you said. Yeah, I was talking to Wendy and guys, she was saying that. And then Giselle gonna lie and twist it all around, just like she lied on Chris. That's another thing that was disgusting when they all had confessionals about how Chris was grabbing an imaginary behind. This man did not touch nobody's butt. Giselle gonna say, no. I could have sworn, Giselle, you were literally sitting in front of Ashley. How in the world did you get? He was talking to my friend over at the bar till he was touching on her butt and rubbing on her thighs. Giselle disgusting as well. Giselle, you can go too. Take them all with them, honey. Round them all up. Child, round every last one of them up, honey. Let's just get back to it, honey. Round them all up. Everybody on the left side of the screen can go expeditiously. Goodbye. I hope you got your kids' college fund saved up, honey. You got to go. Because the way that y'all acted and the way y'all treat this woman, no, she's not a saint. No, Wendy does not. She's not without fault. I don't want people to think that. But in this instance, she's been wronged. So, of course, I'm going to say I feel bad for Wendy because she was wrong. But she can be antagonizing too, and she can be condescending. And she can talk to you like you're beneath her, okay, because of her 4 degrees. She can do that. I'm not going to say that she cannot. But at the same dang on time, Y'all treated her like an animal, and it's like she was trying to make amends. It'll be different if she came into the season like, yeah, I did that last season. Everybody was on my team. Everybody was like, yeah, we like Wendy now. I'm good. Coming in feeling herself. She didn't come in feeling herself. She tried to speak to Giselle at the spring, September summer party or whatever they was throwing, child. Giselle didn't want to be bothered. They gonna have it. You attacked me for a whole year. Giselle, do you remember exactly what you did? The selective amnesia is ridiculous. Do you remember what prompted her to do that? Like, girl, gone. Then she tried to do it again when they went to the winery. Even when they were saying negative things about her. When Mia first said the first negative thing, she was like, well, okay, I don't want you to get mad, but I'm going to have to burn this, okay? Because it's the burn session, so I'm going to burn it. Mia's like, yeah, girl, do what you're going to do, girl. Trying to show out, okay? Then she went to Robin. Robin, being petty, well, I mean, we're oil and water, oil and vinegar, or whatever she said. So we just don't mix, and that's fine. Wendy took that. She took that on the chin. She said, okay, okay, I'm going to burn it. Giselle, your turn. Ditto what she said. And this and this and this and it, you all can go. Goodbye. Goodbye. You all can go. Another round said the fact that Ashley be having Giselle back while Giselle steady twisting Ashley's words on purpose in her face is pure Shakespearean comedy to me. And you already know why she doing that. Because Giselle knows her secrets. Anybody that knows Ashley's secrets, and what damn secrets are these? Girl, if you talking about you be getting with girls, we already know that. And what else is going on? What secrets? Did you sleep with somebody? What secrets? Because she said the same thing about Monique. She was like, I wrote the statement because Monique knows my secrets. Girl, what? Okay. And yes, she be playing right in Ashley's face. But Ashley wants to be accepted by them so bad. Because if y'all remember, when Ashley first stepped on the scene, none of them liked Ashley. Not none of them. Giselle didn't like Ashley, couldn't stand her, thought she was lowbrow. The grand dame was like, I don't even want my daughter hanging with you. How dare you speak about my daughter? You and my daughter are not the same age. My daughter doesn't need any friends. Do y'all remember that? Then Sharice was saying something about Ashley being loose, and then she said that's why her husband don't want her, and they didn't like Ashley. So when they finally accepted her, baby, she ain't doing nothing to mess that up. Alicia said, not to get off topic, but have you been? Oh, listen, that's what I wanted to say. Y'all know SK and Raven have been having some stuff going on. If y'all want to get together tomorrow night and talk about it, we can do that. Okay, we can definitely get together and talk about it. Tammy said Robin should be worried about Juan and his accusation. Baby, that's what she should be worried about. Instead of sitting, I hope she videotape him in his last days. Child, please, I ain't got time. Simply Sweet said Giselle has CRS, can't remember sometimes. You tried to say her husband was cheating on her with big booty girls, but she came for her. I would too. Exactly. It's like she don't remember none of that. You don't remember what you do, but you can remember what she's done. Girl, shut up. Just shut up. Sonia said the whole episode was triggering, reminded me of the colorism I faced in my past. I'm glad I'm not the only one who acknowledged it's happening on this show. Absolutely, it's happening on this show. And I know people don't want to face that. And I know they're saying, well, no, it's just because they just don't like Wendy. Listen, when we say colorism, or when I say colorism, how I know it's blatantly obvious is because of the way they get over things with people of other hues. Okay. Karen tried to was it? Yeah, Karen really had gotten into it with Candace before. So much so, Karen had said she was gonna hit Candace or something like that. Y'all remember when they were on that ranch and they were out there and Monique and Candace were fussing? Karen got into it with Candace as well. Candace and I'm sorry, Karen and Giselle have said some terrible things to each other. Karen said that she was a hoe from Hampton University that needed to go to Sing Sing and that she has a fiery hot box. And in turn, Giselle told her that her husband wanted to be with Erica Lyles for a night. They forgave Karen. They can't do without Karen. They love them some Karen. Wendy said, I have 4 degrees. My husband is Idris Elba. Everything that's ever happening to you is that's your karma. Robin, kick rocks. That's why you don't have a real relationship and you're worried about mine. Oh my God, we can't get over it. We hate her. Baby, the box is hot. The box is hot. Hot, hot. Girl, they have said your box is hot and you can get over that, but you can't get over this woman saying something about I'm confused at this. So if you can get over that and move forward, not to mention Ashley Googling Robin, let's just bring it all the way back. Ashley Googled Robin to figure out all her brokenness, okay? And the Ponzi scheme that she was involved in that caused her to lose all of her and Juan's money. Then they went to Monique's house, and Ashley proceeded to tell the group that Juan was seeing one of her friends, and Juan was seen out with other women. And baby, what she say that for? Because once Robin got wind of it, Robin was pissed. Okay. So then she goes to the Thunder Down Under restaurant, gets in Ashley's face, points her index finger, like, don't start. Don't start none, ain't gonna be none. Girl, you are in the middle of this woman's establishment being aggressive. Okay, but they're best friends with Ashley. If we had to choose who would be our third amiga, it would be Ashley. Like, do you guys not remember when we delivered the pizza to Karen's house? So y'all can forgive Ashley. But Wendy has one indiscretion with y'all one season and y'all can't get over it. Oh, okay. Child, please. Exactly, Mina. It's the hypocrisy for me. I'm done. I'm done. Honey, I could run down the hypocrisy in each and every single scenario. Y'all can get over everything with everyone else. But the darker skinned woman, y'all can't seem to let it go. Okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Whatever y'all say, child. I ain't got time to be playing. Nita said, yes, take us down memory lane. Baby, I'm a Housewives aficionado. Do you hear me? I love all things Housewives, which is why this is really pissing me off because on my review, I couldn't give a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade. I mean, I tried, but I was so heated and trying not to cuss. Do you know how hard it was for me not to cuss on that review, y'all? I feel like everybody should cash at me $1 for not cussing on that review. I was lighting their ass up in here. Oh, I was lighting them up. When I tell you I was lighting them up, I said I need somewhere to be unfiltered. I can't even be unfiltered on YouTube because everything you say, honey, can and will be used against you in the court of your coins. And I ain't got time to be losing my money around Christmas time. But baby, I lit them up. Okay. And so I just really feel like this is just crazy. Melanie said, you know, Robin should have been on Basketball Wives. She sure should have been. Her and Evelyn would have been hand in hand, walking, mistreating OG. Because that's how they like to do. When in Rome said, let's talk about Mia and G being swingers all through Montgomery County, baby. But they don't want to talk about that. And then that's what I was thinking when she said, I don't want to share deodorant. I don't want to share a toothbrush when Mia was mistreating her friend. I'm thinking to myself, honey, y'all done shared more than that, allegedly. Girl, now all of a sudden you can't share your deodorant. Girl, if you don't scrape the top of that deodorant off and hand it to your best friend, the one whose mom took you in when you had nowhere else to go, why are you showing out in front of these women? You want to be accepted so bad, but you're going about it the wrong way. She could have really been an asset to the show. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? I ain't got time to be playing with her. Coco said, you know who used to be the best host? Ananda Lewis. We need her back to hold these accountable. Oh, yeah, Ananda did. She was good. Universal Goddess, thank you for the super chat. She said, here's two. Girl, thank you for them last $2, honey. I love it. Ooh. Sephora said, bring it to Patreon, let it out. Girl, I started to too. I really started to. But see, on Patreon, sometimes they be leaking my stuff on Patreon, child. You can't be trusted. Because the way I was going to go in. Hey, Zamiria. Devil's Advocate. Okay, I'm ready. The season with Monique and Candace. They didn't like what Monique did, and they took her for Candace. Monique is lighter than Candace is darker. Okay. But in the case of Monique and Candace, it's all about who we hate more. We're going to go with Candace. We're going to go with Monique. Because Monique had already rubbed Giselle wrong. Giselle is the ring leader. Okay. If we have to choose two, we're going to go with who Giselle hates the most. And that would be Monique. It's almost like when you put words in alphabetical order. If both words begin with an A, then you use the next letter to determine which one of them will be first and which one of them will be second. So we're just going to say that Candace and Monique were like alphabetical order. Giselle couldn't stand Monique, so therefore, and thus and such, she had to go. Okay? Now, really and truly, I feel like Candace was supposed to be the next to get up out of there. But then Wendy came along and Wendy got that mouth. Wendy don't shut up and Wendy lets it be known that she's educated. But what the hell is wrong with that? What is wrong with you saying you have 4 degrees? You said it one time, let it go. Okay, she said it. So now y'all know she has it. It's seeming like to me, y'all got a problem with the number 4. That's what it seems like to me. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So I feel like because Giselle didn't like Monique, and of course Robin gonna follow behind whatever Giselle says, then that's just gonna be that on that. And Monique was wrong, in my opinion. Because just because somebody is saying, drag me, I want you to drag me, or whatever, I just don't feel like she should have hit. I don't feel like she should have hit Candace or grabbed her hair. Whatever happened in season 5, child. I don't want to relive it. I don't feel like the two of them should have taken it there. I really don't. Thank you, Sheila, for the super chat. So because I didn't cuss in my review. Thank you. I just love y'all. Reese Cup 35 said Giselle was envious of what Monique has. Now that's the truth. Now that's who I think she really was jealous of. A husband that loves her, money, children, and 4 homes. I believe that. I definitely do. Do y'all see how she looked down her nose when she finally got up in Monique's house? That was that night when she was standing there and she had brought Kyle, the one who be putting these bad wigs on her. And they were standing in the kitchen and Giselle didn't want to eat nothing, didn't want to touch nothing. I said, baby, she's so jealous. It's a fool. Belicious. Hey, girl. Wendy hurt their feelings last season. The Green Eye Bandits are really butthurt. Yep, and they ain't gonna let up until she get the hell out. Because see, the way the housewives work is if don't nobody want to tape with you or film with you, then you gotta go. So if that's why Giselle was like, you need to pick a side, Karen, because they already know if they get Karen, who has her own mind, she thinks independently, she does not subscribe to group thinking. If they get Karen, they can get Wendy the hell out because then you got Giselle, Robin, Mia, and Karen. Sharice don't count. Her vote don't count. Ashley gonna do whatever Giselle tell her to do. So there's that. And then you got Candace. Candace is on an island all by herself because she pissed at Giselle for saying this stuff about Chris. So therefore, and thus and such, we will not see Dr. Wendy next season. That's how they're trying to play the game. Coco said, and the fact that Monique is younger and richer. I don't know about the younger part, but the richer part, oh, I definitely think that upset her. Correct that CM. Candace was supposed to be iced out in season 5, but that got derailed when Monique did what she did. True. GA's Honey Bear, Giselle has a problem when people are doing better than her in any capacity. Ain't that the truth? And it's so crazy because, girl, you're a pretty woman. You're accomplished in your own right. Honey, you can't read out loud worth a damn. Y'all remember when Giselle was reading that book that she wrote out loud? I said, girl, what in the world? Ashley, Monique, Karen, and Candace. She can't stand it. But that's dumb. Girl, if you got your own thing going on, why you worried about them? Lanice said, if Wendy leaves this season, Candace better know she next. Oh, baby, she gonna go. Because that's why they keep Sharice around. Because they want Sharice to replace one of them. But if they had to choose who gonna go first, it's gonna be Wendy. They want Wendy gone so bad. Ooh, child. Nicole said, if Wendy goes, I'm done with Real Housewives of Potomac. I heard a lot of people say that today. And it's not because they're like she's their favorite. It's because they know that Giselle and Robin won and they don't appreciate it. Mr. O'Brien said, because like I said earlier, they are miserably lonely. That should be on a t-shirt, child. Just send it over there to them. Ebony says she's definitely younger. Monique is like 35, 36. Giselle is like 53. Yeah, but for me, I don't feel like the age plays a factor in why she doesn't like Monique because they're both beautiful women. Giselle can stand up next to Monique. So I don't think it's about the younger part. I just feel like it's her stature and how she presents herself. She's threatened by that. This cat rocks. Thank you for the super chat. They are trying to get rid of Wendy to get Sharice a full-time spot. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're trying to do. But baby Karen ain't gonna let that happen. That's why she gives Sharice nothing. She don't give Sharice the time of damn day, and I don't blame her. Girl, you ain't finna come here and try to slide in and talk to me. Girl, you better get lost. I know that's real. Phil said, I truly believe we give Giselle too much credit. I think the network loves the villain. Giselle doesn't have the power to hire or fire. They need people to go against her. That's true. That's true, Phil. But she does, though, because she pulls the strings with the ladies. It's not about her having power to fire or hire people. It's about The dynamic. If the dynamics of this group don't change, Wendy is gonna go. She might not go next season, but eventually she gonna go. They have to fix the dynamic some way. And even if she ain't going against Wendy, she gonna find somebody else to go against. That ain't hard for Giselle because she gonna make up a lie if she don't do nothing else. She don't do nothing but lie. Tammy said, I think that Andy seen Wendy's been receiving love and support, and everyone is asking for Mia to get fired. Yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't think Andy likes Wendy too tough. Y'all remember last reunion when she pulled out her receipts? Andy was like, oh, okay, well, let's move on. So Giselle, over at the Etch-a-Sketch house, we're not moving on. What the hell? No, we're going to talk about the receipts. Andy moved right the hell on. You can tell who he don't like. He don't like Dr. Heavenly. He don't too much care for Candace. And I don't think he like Wendy. That's just my opinion. I really don't think he likes them. Sheila said, did y'all hear Ashley's husband was in Vegas? Yes, I heard that. Was in Vegas with Candace and Chris and they got into it. Yeah, something about he was telling Candace she's not Ashley and this and that. Child, nobody want to be singing that coffee and love song. Giving some coffee, giving some tea. I love me and I love C. Nobody give a damn. We don't care, honey. We don't want to hear that song that Ashley made up, and we don't want to see them TikTok dances. Because if I see Ashley's hip move one more time, I'm looking for a yellow bone, long-haired star. I'm going to lose my mind. Please do not do no more TikTok dances. The one funny thing Giselle said, Giselle said on last episode was, okay, TikTok and you don't stop. When I tell y'all, I hollered because I was just like, Giselle knows she's so old school. Child, that was funny to me. I hollered. I said, this crazy heifer. Crazy heifer. 2L said, I thought he was talking bad about Ashley to Candace. I thought he was talking bad about Candace. Wait a minute. I think he was talking bad about Candace to a lady that was there. And the lady was telling him, if you don't like Candace, then why are you here? Because he was at her song thing or whatever she was doing. He was at her performance. And he was telling the lady that he didn't like Candace. Candace is no Ashley. And the woman was telling him, well, if you don't like her, then what are you doing here? You're giving weird. Okay? Take you and your solo cup and kick rocks. Wendy ain't leaving no time soon. Wendy is smart. This show pushes her businesses to the front. As a whole, the cast plays well against each other. Giselle knows conflict sells. I don't know about that field. Yeah, Wendy is smart. She ain't pushing no businesses though. Okay, we ain't heard nothing about no business. We ain't heard nothing about them candles. No more. We're gonna need Wendy to focus on one thing. Like she needs to take a book out of Karen's page. Act like they don't even exist. Come in the room, speak to everybody else, and sit on down, child. Speak to those who want to speak to you. Like, Lady Lisa said, Giselle is pretty, but exactly what are her accomplishments on a housewife scale? I'm just asking and not trying to be funny. Girl, I don't know. Wait a minute. It's giving nothing. Honey, I don't know. She was married to Pastor Jamal H. Bryant. They divorced, have 3 beautiful daughters, and I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Girl, that's a good question. So I'm gonna have to dig into that, okay? Miss April said, as Stephanie, yep, everyone forgot that Candace really tried to avoid Monique on that trip. On what trip? Was it the trip where they went to Monique and Chris's house? Omar said, I wonder when Gizzard's daughter started dancing, then what's she gonna do? Or start dating. Child needs some glasses. Then what's she gonna do? She gonna embrace it. Because I really feel like she's a great mom. I think she's playing a character. I think this is some of who she is, but I also think she's playing a character. She thinks she's a full-on actress. Girl, if you don't stop trying to produce these things and get the hell out of here. Peppermint Patty, I love that name. I don't get the big deal about Jizzy's looks. I really don't. Monique and Candace are gorgeous to me. They are. They are very pretty. Well, you know why people are all about her looks. Tatiana says she's an accomplished liar, accomplished schemer, and accomplished hypocrite. There you go. Who's the person that asked the question? We have it. We have figured it out. An accomplished liar, an accomplished schemer, and an accomplished hypocrite. And that's all she done accomplished. Ayana said, I'm sure that Candace doesn't want to be Ashley. Hell, Michael don't even want to be with Ashley. He is a weird stalker. He is weird. And I'm trying to figure out why he doing all that traveling. I'm like, don't you have small children? The whole thing is a lie. That's why in my reviews, I just skip on past Ashley. She lying. Girl, you ain't getting no divorce from Michael, allegedly. I don't know what you're doing over there with that other man that's on Bravo, but I don't trust nothing about this. I feel like it's giving open marriage, honey, but we going to just tell them we getting a divorce so they don't be in our business. I don't know if it's true, but that's how it seemed to me. That's my opinion. Erica said nothing but that podcast and a failed makeup line. Basically nothing. Oh yeah, she does have that podcast with Robin. And Robin over there selling suede hats or whatever she doing. Baby, they was lighting her up. Do y'all hear me? They were lighting her up in that comment section. I have canceled my order. You're foul. You're disgusting. As they should. As they should. Because what we witnessed last night was the most disgusting thing ever. Had Mia simply thrown that drink, that was disgusting enough by itself. Wendy could have been removed from the situation. They could have continued on with their dinner. I would not have liked for them to continue on with their dinner because please acknowledge that someone has been, assaulted. Because that's what it is. Let's call it what it is. It's assault. Okay. So she's been assaulted. And then they can reconvene later after Wendy had gone to a hotel for the evening. But oh no, they couldn't do that because Robin hates Wendy so bad that she decided to be so stupid that she would sit there and pull out her phone and antagonize the hell out of the person who she's claiming is the antagonist. And when Wendy turned to her and said, Robin, but she threw a drink on me. When I tell y'all, I got so pissed because I felt like I was looking at two high school girls. I felt like they were pulling mean girl high school stunts. And I felt like Wendy was saying to them, no, but it's not my fault. And that pissed me off even more. Girl, don't turn to her and say nothing. Then what are you recording for? And y'all are on a TV show. What kind of footage do you have that we don't see on TV? No, I don't want it to be no he say, she say. Girl, oh Lord, I'm at a loss for words because all I want to do right now is cuss. So for me, exactly, Omar, it's giving world star hip hop. Absolutely. So for me, Robin can't come back from this for me. She's a bully. She's a bully. She can't come back. And Giselle, you can't come back either. Even though you didn't say much, you were co-signing the BS. Then you brought your crazy tail self with that wig with no part. You came sit right down at that table talking about she's upset and rightfully so. She fought her own damn self. Nobody did anything to Mia. She was swinging around and losing her damn mind all on her own. She started all of this, her and Patricia. They started it all. So I don't want to hear nothing about this. How in the world did Mia become the victim? I'm just like, child, I'm done. I'm done. Felicia said, yes, Rob showed her true colors. She really did. And at first when she was getting up in Wendy's face, she was slow, but then she want to say she's not a thug. Oh, you ain't a thug? Oh, okay. Okay. And we all know Sharice don't do nothing but lie. So of course, whatever comes out, she gonna sit there and back them because she's a liar. Just like them. Coco said Wendy need her cousin who don't mind catching a charge to be her sidekick from here on out. Listen, what Sheree say back on Real Housewives of Atlanta? You gotta call Pookie in them. 2L said get Jizzy's wigs be sitting like a cap. Girl, don't it? Giving very much helmet head. I'm like, look a little helmet. Hey, little helmet. Wire Bandit said the devil was there last night and showed out right after Peter left. Okay. And when Peter threw up that little sign, I knew he was trying to say okay or whatever he was saying. I'm like, don't throw up no signs, honey. It's bringing in the spirits, okay, like the old people say. And lo and behold, the spirit of the fool jumped up out of Mia, thinking she down at the Pank. Girl, compose yourself. This is, oh, child. But they want to talk about Wendy. Call Wendy ghetto, antagonistic, aggressive. Wow, those are really that's really a fine choice of words. We've never heard you say that about Karen. Karen was about to get in Candace's business. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. I got to find that episode so I can give y'all exactly what I'm talking about. She was ready to get it started, okay? There have been times where they all have fallen short. Ain't nobody ever called. Robin is the ultimate aggressor. It don't get no more aggressive than holding an umbrella up to somebody's trachea. Girl, you trying to break this girl's neck? Why do you have this umbrella up to her throat box? Like, girl, you are the ultimate aggressor. And now you're giving ultimate bully. And you're gonna take that ignorance over there on that ultimate girls trip. Child is gonna be a fool. Charlotte said, traveling with fake friends that are violent is a no for me. Exactly. And now I don't even want to travel with nobody, honey, because you can't trust them. We all see what's going on. Microaggressions. Julie said, Leslie, Kenya would have read who? Oh, Kenya would have gathered all of them, honey. So I'm gonna ask y'all this question before we wrap this up because we have 4 more minutes on here. We've been on here for almost 2 hours, so we're gonna end this at 10 o'clock. I'm so happy I got to talk to y'all about this and just get out how I felt about this. This was just so. I was disgusted. Robin got to get the hell on. Giselle got to get the hell on. Let me tell you something. Mia has got to go. This is the one time where I don't give a damn if it was a petition. I don't care if I had to march on Washington. I don't care what I got to do to get Mia to go. Mia got to go. So does Robin. They can go as a group. Okay, they got to go. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to see Andy overlook this and act like it's no big deal because it's a big deal. It's a huge deal. Exactly. Leah got to leave now. So I have to ask y'all this question. So do you think that the outcome would have been different had Candace been there? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it would have been different if Candace would have been there? I feel like once Mia threw that drink, Candace would have ushered Wendy on out. Or the drink wouldn't have even been thrown. Because when she got through gathering her about some mess, she would have turned around and said to her, well, whose business is that? Like, is that your business? You know, Candace got something to say. Okay, so y'all say yes. How would it have been different? So Jen said probably not. Amina said yes. Andrea said yep. So how do y'all think it would have been different? Coco said, I think Candace would have cussed Mia the F out. I think so too. Nicole said, yes, because they would have blamed Candace. Yep, they would have found a way to blame Candace for this. You right, Nicole? Dragon Lord said, if Monique was there, you already know. Ooh, child. Yep, that's D. Hey, girl. I think Candace would have threw a drink back at Mia, to be honest, then moved Wendy out. Oh, yeah, because you know Candace ain't afraid to go. She ain't afraid. When she threw that lettuce, she threw that lettuce right back at her. Tammy said Candace would have removed her. I think she would have read Mia as soon as she started saying, Peter said he had some beef with you. I think Candace would have told Mia, well, Peter can talk to Wendy on his own. He don't need you. Like, why are you piping up? Please sit back. I think she would have got it right together. Hey, Shayna, we're about to get off in 2 minutes. You missed it. That's okay. It'll be up for the replay. Shonda said, when Mia first started being messy, Candace would have gathered her. That's what I think too, Shonda. I think the exact same thing. As Jones said, she wouldn't have either thrown it or at least had someone on her side. Yeah, because, I think Ashley wanted to be, on her side, but at the same time, she don't want to upset her friends. So she was kind of low key on her side, but at the same time, she's like, I'm with you guys. We're friends. I don't trust none of them. Hey, Jennifer. If it was Monique, there would have been a memoriam for me. If it was Monique, that whole table would have been cleared out. I said, oh, child, y'all know who to play with, honey. Knowing that Wendy got all that to lose, child. Nicole said Candace would have said something and then said, why are you in Wendy business? That's what I think too, Nicole. She would have been like, what's it to you? Why are you worried about that? How about you worry about the home that we're in that has no air? How about you find me a bed that's not a twin size? Me and Wendy are not lovers, okay? We don't need to be sleeping head to foot. This is not sleepaway camp. Girl, keep talking about this a $12 million house. We ain't even got no air. Everybody in there was glistening. I said, baby, it's so hot in here. Sharice ain't got no expression on her face because the frown and the heat done melted it away. Child, I'm done. But anywho, y'all, it is 10 o'clock on the dot. I enjoy talking to y'all about all things Real Housewives of Potomac. Some of us agree and some of us don't. Wendy is not perfect. No, she is not. She is not without fault. They both were wrong in some aspect, but I feel like she was responding, and I don't feel like she should have been, victim blamed. They put all this on Wendy and gave Mia absolutely no responsibility whatsoever. And in the next episode, she in there getting her damn nails done. While Karen asked for permission for Wendy to attend a cast event. Baby, they got me effed up. I know it's going to be a full next episode as well. So if y'all want to get back together on Monday, let me know. We'll get together. Okay. And also, I don't know if I'm going to talk about Love is Blind tomorrow night. If y'all want to, put a Y in the chat before you exit. And please like the video as you're exiting. Put a Y in the chat if y'all want to talk about the SK and Raven cheating mess. If you watched Love is Blind. Y'all let me know. Let me know in the chat. Okay, April said yes. Omar said yes. Okay, Mr. O'Brien said, yep, we do. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing a whole bunch of Y's. Marsha said, yeah. Queen Ivana. Okay, so it's looking like, yes, Mari, it's gonna be saved. I'm gonna save the live. Okay, so we're gonna get together tomorrow and talk about the foolishness and the cheating, honey, because that's when I'm really finna go off. And as a matter of fact, if you're over on Patreon, I'm about to upload yet another receipt. Child, another woman has come to the forefront. Okay, a woman with a blue check mark. Baby, we about to get into it. Okay. We are about to get into it. And tomorrow night, y'all meet me right here so we can get into all things Love is Blind, SK and Raven, and going down the timeline and all the foolishness as it unfolds. I will meet y'all back here tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining me. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for the cash apps, the super chats, and chatting with me so I can vent. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace. Night, night, y'all.